Well, rapper Fetty Wap has been sentenced to 6 years in prison for his role in New York-based
Rapper Fetty Wap has just been sentenced to 6 years in prison for being a part of a multi-million-dollar drug trafficking scheme. The 31-year-old rapper, whose real name is Willie Junior Maxwell II, was caught in an operation that saw narcotics shipped from the West Coast and sold in New Jersey and Long Island. Maxwell was arrested on charges of participating in a drug smuggling, conspiracy involving heroin, fentanyl, and other drugs. He later pleaded guilty in August to a top charge of conspiracy to distribute and possess controlled substances pertaining to cocaine. This charge carried a mandatory minimum sentence of 5 years in prison. During the sentencing in federal court in Central Islip, New York, Fetty Wap apologized, saying, "I hurt my community, people who look up to me, my family, and myself. I am truly sorry for any pain I caused." Judge Joanna Siebert, while announcing his sentence, told him, "Despite your background and all you overcame, you threw it all away." Prosecutors had asked for a longer term than the minimum, arguing that Fetty Wap used his fame and influence to glamorize the drug trade. They pointed out that the Trap Queen video depicted young children behind him as he idealized selling drugs. Fetty Wap was a part of an organization that distributed more than 100 kilograms of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and crack cocaine across Long Island and New Jersey from June 2019 through June 2020. Prosecutors alleged that the group obtained the narcotics on the West Coast and used the Postal Service and drivers with hidden vehicle compartments to transport the drugs across the country to Suffolk County for storage. From there, the drugs were distributed to dealers who sold them in Long Island and New Jersey. Investigators recovered $1.5 million in cash, 16 kilograms of cocaine, 2 kilograms of heroin, numerous fentanyl pills, several firearms, and ammunition in the investigation. Prosecutors said 5 of the defendants in the case used firearms to protect the drug organization and distribution chain. In total, 6 people were charged in connection with the conspiracy, 4 of whom have pleaded guilty and are awaiting sentencing. One defendant, Anthony Sinchik, a New Jersey corrections officer, was sentenced to 72 months in prison for his role in the conspiracy in March. Fetty Wap rose to prominence after Trap Queen, his debut single, reached number 2 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart in May 2015. He was also nominated for 2 Grammys as a result. The rapper had been in custody since his bail was revoked in August 2022, after prosecutors said he had, while on a FaceTime call, displayed a firearm and threatened to kill someone. He later pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute 500 grams or more of cocaine. On Wednesday, he appeared before Judge Joanna Siebert at the federal court in Central Islip, New York, to receive a sentence 1 year longer than the minimum. Fetty Wap waved to about 20 family members and friends who attended the sentencing as he entered the courtroom wearing a beige jumpsuit, his dreadlocks pulled back from his face. His lawyer, Elizabeth Macedonio, argued that he had been supporting many relatives and children and that he had needed money to sustain them once the pandemic ended live entertainment. Plus, Fetty Wap himself apologized to the communities and families of drug users he hurt. "I only ever wanted to help my family," Fetty Wap told the judge. "I never asked myself if it was all the way right." Prosecutors had argued for a longer term, saying that he had used his fame to glamorize the drug trade while making millions from his music after Trap Queen was released in 2015. They pointed to the use of children as extras in the song's music video and noted the ample media attention the case had received. Judge Siebert called the case one of the most difficult she has had to decide in 30 years on the bench, noting that Fetty Wap overcame obstacles to achieve unbelievable fame, only to throw it away. "The thing you cannot escape is that there were other choices," she said. Do you think Fetty Wap can ever recover from this? What will be the fate of his rap career once he is out of jail?